Sure, I need internal markers and stuff. Changing structures. There's always a push to minimize the tax rate. For the new projects, we don't like. We are still in limbo. Because we're starting to get we actually show it like it's massive. So you're just taking out cash. So that's the second one, but they already did preparation. And all on the migrations. No, I wish I could show you like in the Masai Mara, you know, space. And that's a difference between East Africa and Southern Africa. You get a vegetation which is like specific about this area. That's the whole. If you are doing a game, at most you might have 2 3 and it's normally very good. But in Kenya, it's like you very tight. So you could have an extra in the airport. And because the country is different operators, then they are very some people in 7 it's technically not allowed, but they do it. The reason why they do it is to like warn the next person that if you continue to invest, you are going to come in. Everyone wants to get that front invested here.
Because all these people, like the CEOs,
kidogo tutengeneze. Is there the way you guys can come forward here so that wana nimelee picha
Are you still getting the same staffing levels that you would have
we control these people. They are not being moved between facilities. People are also spending resources to train them. So if I have spent resources,
1 2
critical areas like ICU, dialysis, and
big believable smile. It's rare to have one man in a photo. So like this is the only man. Well done. It's okay.
without overtime. So like all my currently all my cleaners work 8-hour shifts every day for 6 days. There's no way they were going to work 8 to 12-hour shifts in 6 days without overtime. Then on my HR policy it was very expensive because I do 150 plus the increments. I don't have to give 30 plus increments. Plus, like a basic first aid site, but I don't run 24 hours. But what we have done is that we have set up site clinics across the country. But we are setting things up. When we tell them we are going to charge you 60 it is manned by but it's connected by telemedicine to the main hospital. So whatever is beyond the main hospital is consult a medical officer or a physical physician center. That's why I was insisting on telemedicine. You can have cheaper employees in clinics, and then you can rely on better specialists or full-time employees in your flagship. That is how you reduce your they were able to convince because they wanted medical officers. They were able to convince them that they would have clinical officers provide you a cheaper service and have 24-hour coverage by telemedicine with senior physicians in the medical. So we reduced that cost from $7,000 I would open up parallel clinics to equity. So I would open up a clinic in my head. I would spend not $1, $15,000. So I would open one closer private medical centers, use the lab in medical centers, have like a basic, spend $10,000-15,000, but all the and put less financial capital and completely because one of the equity RCA is doing, there is no reason I cannot do But what I would really do is I would use this event on my
Hey, how are you? So you keeping well?
Yeah, so that was awesome. Yeah, that was When did you arrive?
Good morning again. Good morning. Just want to give you guys a brief update. For the guys who have just come in, my name is Jimmy Choma, I'm your MC for this event. Karibuni sana. What you have on the screen is me. I don't know why. Yes, what you have on the screen is our chief guest and the board of Avenue Healthcare on the 5th floor where our cath lab is, and we are waiting to commission it. Yeah, we apologize, we are running a little bit late. We are waiting for what's happening? We're waiting, guys. Yeah?
Check.
Thank you, thank you. So for those who know the history of Avenue, and this is not for staff, yeah? Who knows when Avenue started? Anyone with which year did Avenue start? 1976. Avenue started in 1976 as a nursing home. And the nursing home is where you are seated right now. Yeah? This parking lot and down there. And this was a family-led business or hospital. And one of the founders was called Miss Patel. Yeah? So unfortunately, 2 days ago, she as a former founder passed away. And we are waiting for her family to join the team up there to commission the cath lab, because the cath lab is going to be named after her. So just bear with us. We are waiting for our family to join, and then we'll start. So thank you very much. So we can get into a bit of Q&A as we wait. Is our mic okay? Our mic is not okay. I want us to brush up on Avenue trivia. Yeah? So you can start Googling before I start asking. Yeah? So when the mic is okay, we'll start up on the trivia. So the first one was, when did Avenue start? So do we remember? 1976. And it used to be called a nursing home. Avenue Nursing Home. That's why it started. Yeah? So next year, how many years are we going to be turning the Avenue Group? Those who got an A- in maths. 50. Good. So it will be 50 years next year. So it started as a nursing home. We have this hospital here. It's called Parklands. They go by Avenue Hospital Parklands. So that's one. Can somebody assist me with their knowledge of if Avenue has other hospitals in Kenya? No, not you. Not you. Let me deal with the backbenchers. Yes. Where's the mic? Thank you.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Rose. I work with the First Assurance.
You can take my mic.
So apart from the Parklands Hospital, there's another one in Thika and another one in Kisumu.
Ah, well done. Let's give her a hand. Yeah? Who has chocolate? What do we have? Where are the gifts? Oh, now people are interested in answering questions. Yeah? So thank you very much. We have another hospital in Thika, and we have another hospital in Kisumu. Now, the gentleman who was very eager to answer the question behind there is the general manager in charge of our Kisumu hospital. Dr. Kojab, wave to the crowd.
The best of hospitals.
That is open to... Do you have a cath lab? I didn't think so. When you have a cath lab, we can have that conversation. Yeah. So, another question, trivia. Do we know how many medical centers Avenue has? Medical centers, not hospitals. So we've talked about the hospitals. Who knows how many medical centers we have? Ladies, there's chocolate. No. Staff are exempt. Googling. I'm seeing Googlers. Googling. Google has worked. Data. You can introduce yourself, where you're from. You've seen 16 where? That is correct. We have 16 medical centers. Yeah, we have 16 medical centers. So and those are, so we have 3 hospitals and 16 medical centers. I believe that is not a small operation. Yeah, so the hospitals work 24 hours, 365, forever. They never close. Yeah, medical centers, maybe half the time. Yeah, half of that 24/7, 365. Yeah. So 16 medical centers, where are they? Do we know where the medical centers are? Who has visited our medical center as a patient? You can tell us which medical center and where it is, and introduce yourself. You'll just use my mic.
Hi, everyone. My name is Wamaida, and I have visited Garden City several times with my daughter.
Thank you, Garden City, and I hope you got a good experience. Who else has visited our medical center? Any medical center? You guys don't have daughters? You don't get sick? Checkup, full body checkup.
Good morning. My name is Kibe from Pathway International. I've visited Broadwalk. Yes.
Broadwalk is just down the road at Mudivi. Who else? Who else has gone for a checkup?
Morning once again. I've been to the branch at Greenspan Mall, that is in Donholm, and the other one at Airport North Road. Yeah.
That is Embakasi. So that is good. I think we can have the discussion on. Actually, I can introduce you to the branch managers. Some of them are here, so that you know when the next time you are there, in case you need some help, yeah, that you know who is in charge of those. So I can let them introduce themselves.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Afwa Mzungo. I'm the branch manager for Greenspan Medical Center.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Joey. I'm the branch manager for Garden City Medical Center.
Good morning.
My name is Dr. Charles Wahome. I'm the branch manager for Broadwalk Medical Center.
Good morning. My name is Irene Halibwa, branch manager, Avenue Town.
Good morning. My name is Winnie Gitahi, branch manager, Avenue Healthcare Buruburu and Avenue Healthcare Rongai.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Mose Lydia, branch manager, Kikuyu Medical Center.
So you can now put a face. Yes. Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Good morning. My name is Gabriel Kilonzo. I'm the acting general manager for Avenue Hospital Thika.
Yes. So for any need you require, now you have a face to it. Yeah. So I'll welcome you guys. Remember when in the morning when I said you guys were a bit, the energy was not high. It's time for breakfast. Welcome to the left, everyone, to the left. So we are serving you breakfast. Please join me or us as we serve you breakfast so we can feel a bit more energized, a bit of coffee. I know there are guys who love coffee in the morning. So karibuni sana, karibuni. Yeah. So if you look at where I'm going this way to the left, we'll be serving you a light breakfast, coffee, tea, the guys who just want to have water and a slice of lemon. So karibuni. We are not that many, so we won't do this table, that table. I think we can just start with all our guests. Yeah. Karibuni, ladies first. Let's go. Thank you. Or should I start? Do I come back with my coffee? So they have the tea. Yeah. Then you make them. Yeah. Come. No. Maybe they're not interested. Ladies and gentlemen, the family is here. That's the family of Dr. Patel. That's her son. And behind the son is the wife, and the husband is last. So the program will be starting shortly. So the program will start with an official tour of the Cath Lab. So keep your eyes trained on the screen. Thank you very much. So we have Dr. Said, who is our Chief Medical Officer. That is our chairman of the board, Dr. Ndombi.
on to this event. But ahead of everything else, those of you who already know, or those of you who hadn't known, we lost our founder, Dr. Diana Patel, on the 1st of December. And before we proceed on anything, really it's only befitting that we observe, I don't think it's a minute, it's 2 minutes of silence in her honor, and then from there we should be able to proceed. So can we please have 2 minutes of honoring our founder? Thank you. Thank you very much. Our chief guest, Dr. Andrew Toro, Dr. Kariuki, who is our regulator, the chair of SHA is here, our partners, GE, and everybody else, including our board members who are here, members of staff, the SLT. We are here to mark a very important occasion, and this is going to be very brief. The speeches will be down, okay? So this is going to be very brief. We are really here to make sure that we officially open our cath lab. And I just want to make a few remarks in that connection. So before we cut this ribbon to open this state-of-the-art facility, we want to just again appreciate the shoulders on which we stand because of the founding member, Dr. Diana Patel, and we are honored to have her family here. In fact, it's not just a family, but Professor Nilesh Patel was actually the first chair, of this facility. So we are really honored to have you here, and we are honored also to have, your family, your son, Rose, and your partner Tahani. So it's a privilege. It's such a moment that for you to be able to be here when Diana is lying down in our cold room. I mean, for us, it's really touching, and it's a big privilege. And we thank God for you having the energy to turn up for this event. So we are here because Diana provided the vision for this hospital. And with her visionary approach and transformation journey that she created, even us now who came in after her as TPG, we have ensured that we live to that vision that she created for this hospital. And I know you've been following very closely. We have expanded, we have deepened our intention in terms of ensuring that the patient experience is even higher as per her wishes, and we promise that we will continue, with that transformational journey and vision that she had.
Please, I hope you will keep that promise, and all of you staff. She cares so deeply that patients are important. They must get. What we made that phrase, right?
Yeah.
Quality healthcare is affordable.
Absolutely.
And she cared so much that the staff should be looked after.
Yeah.
They should be happy.
Yeah.
And the patient should be also well looked after. Thank you so much for saying that.
Thank you.
No, I appreciate that. That is her words. Those are her words.
Thank you. Thank you. We promise that we will honor.
Please keep that promise.
We will. So, and it's because of that that we really want to cement that legacy, and we are proud to announce that we want to name this facility, which is a state-of-art facility, in her honor. And it is already even branded as Diana C.J. Patel Cardiac Catheterization Lab. So, a big clap. So it stands here as a permanent promise that her spirit of compassion and excellence will guide every procedure performed within these walls. So with that, I really want now to request the chief guest, Dr. Andrew Toro, and please, alongside the family, Professor Nilesh being very close, so that we can cut the ribbon and really mark this special day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The rest of the speeches will be down. So from here, once the ribbon is cut, then we'll just have a tour, and then we'll be able to go down to the tent outside. So, chief guest, so that we can cut the ribbon.
We need to cut it this way.
The cameras? Chair?
Yeah.
See you.
Yes. Wait.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Are we all here?
We are all here.
So you're a true politician. Let's make sure the camera
So the smiles and the numbers, somebody can count?
Yeah, we need a count. 2, 1, 3, go.
I think what we should do. Wait a minute.
Dr. Swale is good.
We need the camera outside. What are you supposed to do? We should offer the photography from the other side. I think the photography was
So the cameras can go.
The cameras
Just give us one minute.
Yeah, the cameras should go in fast. Then I think what we should do.
Okay, got you guys. Let's go in.
Just a minute. I think it'll be, sorry to repeat it a little bit. It's better photography.
Where is the minute? Just do this again.
Where's the Okay. Thank you very much.
We're also have a hospital here.
Swale had wanted me to say.
So many. You look familiar. Yes, some of you. And the last one here. She was saying, you know, I cannot get out of this house because as soon as they come to the main door, oh, Mama, you're here. Like all people in the house. Yeah, I'm going to go down and see her because I didn't have the courage. Thank you. I didn't have the courage to go around. Yeah, good to see you. Well done. You need some nails. Bit of nails. So I'm going to take from after. Did you plan all this? And for a demise? I mean, you know, it was just such a and it was, I tell you.
Perfect coincidence, we just saying it in the morning. So I think let me start it off. Dr. Swale is our clinical lead. So he himself and a few of the other doctors will show you a few of the capabilities of the cath lab with actual patient information, so that you see what the cath lab is capable of. As we said, the cath lab has already done over 200 cases. So we had a soft launch, and Chair will talk more about it in the speech. So the cath lab is able to do everything from head to toe. So basically using the body's blood vessels as a highway to get to the different organs and deliver treatment. So treatments can be actual medication or receiving a clot or opening up and blocking an artery. So all that can be done through it, and this helps. You know, like those cases initially will have to be in the old times used to be done with the open. You have to crack open the chest or something like that, or the brains. But now we're able to treat cancers, heart conditions, and all that. And patients have actually done more than that in all those specialties. So I think when we go in and hand over to Dr. Swale, he'll take you through some of those cases.
So welcome to the cath lab. This is my team. This is the wonderful team we have. We have our manager, Sister Agnes Chitera. We have our well-known interventional neuro interventionalist, Dr. Khalif. He's the one who does most of the strokes. We have Dr. Irene, who is a pediatric interventionalist. She's going to demonstrate intervention, closure of those kids who are born with holes. You don't need to open anymore. She's not upset to the surgeons. Okay. We have the rest of the team. We have Dr. Kanyeki. He's also an interventional cardiologist. We do together the procedures most of the time. And this is Susan, this is John, this is Asava, this is Maina, Ken Wangi, and this is, sorry, I forgot the name. Okay, and this is Esther. So without ado, maybe I can show you the cath lab now. Yeah. Okay. So, where? Yes, we start from here. This machine is the only kind in Africa because of the zero electronic machine called the LES. Okay, it's the first one. So there's a lot of interest even in the company to be sure that there's performance. Okay. Now these are General Electric, yes. I can see that. Yes. So basically, as Said said, the interventions are from head to toe. We are minimally invasive, endovascular. God has given us the highways called vessels, and we realize through the vessels we can reach anywhere. So that is our intention. And basically, interventions in the stroke from the head, interventions of the vessels supplying the brain, we call them the carotids. We have intervention of the vessels, even putting catheters for those who undergo dialysis, we do it under here. Of course, you have the intervention, main intervention of the heart, and then interventions of the kidney, interventions of the lungs, interventions, mention it. And even prostate intervention, you don't need to undergo surgery anymore. Uterine fibroids, you don't need to cut and remove the uterus, you just need to identify the vessel that supplies the fibroid and cut it off. And if you make anything hungry, it will die. That's basic intervention. So I'm going to show some few cases. So one of these, I'll start with the adults, adult coronary. Okay, basically we're talking about these vessels that supply the muscles of the heart. Without the vessels, the muscle cannot contract. This heart has been contracting before you're born. And you pray that it never stops contracting, because that's the end of it. So the question is, if you get a heart attack, it means one of the vessels has blocked, probably from progressive narrowing of the vessel, because of cholesterol, because of diabetes, because of hypertension, because of smoking, and because of alcohol. Okay? And of course, because of age. Okay, above 65 years, we call it pro bono. So you have to be extra careful to get your well check after that year for the males. Okay, so this progressive disease.
I'm not stopping that.
Okay. So for the vessels, this is just progressive.
But I'm told, sorry doctor,
yes.
I'm told that, at least a bottle of wine a day.
Because you're my teacher, that was correct until 5 years ago. But the evidence suggests that in respect of the amount, alcohol is not great. Yeah. So basically it's a progressive disease that takes many, many years. Okay, so by the time you see a block, you really have this. Yes.
You told me I taught you?
Yes, Chiromo, physiology.
Really?
Yes. And you still been young when you are. So this is one of the, when you check these vessels of the heart, this is basically a coronary angiogram. You can see the background of the heart contracting, and you can see the vessels there, very clean. I wish they were mine. Okay, so basically on the left you have two major vessels. Next. 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 Okay. We take different views to see that major vessel. That you see that long vessel, that's the widowmaker.
Yes.
Okay, you block that vessel at the beginning, and you say bye-bye to your sweetheart. Yeah. Next and tail descending artery. I'm very impressed, Professor. Next, so you have basically, and then on the right side you have one vessel. Okay, the right coronary artery. So basically we have three vessels. This is a normal. And we should wish that all of us have those vessels. Like that.
It is so beautiful.
Okay, next. Now that's the bad part.
Imaging
next.
is so good. I really.
Yeah, you can see clarity there. I can see the lungs, I can see the heart, I can see even your back, I can see the bones. Yeah? So the capital has really evolved, and we're seeing a lot of players coming in. Of course, the cardiologist always starts, and then now we're seeing the neurologist coming, neuro intervention. We are seeing even what we call interventional radiologists coming in. We are seeing very soon we're expecting the orthopedic people to come, because that clarity you can't get in the X-ray. Okay, next. Next. Sorry, Asara, maybe I can get this in, I can move myself. Next sequence. Next patient.
Next patient.
Okay. Sorry for the delay.
We have a new patient. We have a new patient.
Sorry. Okay, Professor, come closer now. Yeah, you can see this patient who came with acute heart attack. And you can see that vessel that was so beautiful, running all the way, has just cut off. So this guy came with severe chest pain in the emergency department. We rushed him here, and we did a very fast angio. Next. That was the right side, and you can see the left side has some bit of minimal diseases, but basically this is not the culprit. The problem is in there, and you can see very faintly there that the right is getting support from the left. So we knew that the problem is in the right very fast. Next. Next. So we have to take full pictures to be sure that you're not missing anything on the left. Yeah. Next. Now the plumbing starts. Yeah, you can see a wire coming down. Yes. Okay. Next. And the wire has passed, and you can see there's a balloon that has identified the place that was blocked. Okay. Another balloon. Another balloon, and then we check what has happened, what is the result. And you can see a huge vessel that wasn't there before. It cut off at that midpoint. You can see that midpoint. Yes. So this guy, the moment you open that vessel, that heaviness on the chest is like gone. immediately. So we see results here. And the patients start talking. From complaining I have a chest pain, now they say I'm hungry. So we continue, we put a stent, you can see that mesh there. We put a stent, and then on top of the stent now we put a balloon to push the stent to the wall so that the stent does not leave any space between the stent and the vessel wall. Otherwise that also can lead to blockage next time. So this is plumbing, and you can see basically, continue please. Yeah. So
that's a stent going in there.
Yeah, the stent is already there. You can see the mesh.
In the middle bit.
Yeah, in the middle mesh there. Next. Mesh, we're still ballooning. Okay, so this is the final results.
I can't help myself asking questions.
Yeah.
For clarity.
Yes.
So that is a stent going in.
Yeah, the stent is already
Beautiful.
gone,
Beautiful.
has already been deployed, and the vessel, you can see the huge vessel is now open, and the patient has been saved. And this is a matter of taking less than 30 minutes. If you look at the timing, by the time you come here, 30 minutes the vessel is open, and we didn't need to do a lot of things. Before, the only thing we could offer was aspirin, and then there came the blood thinners, became the thrombolytics, but the results were not optimal. But the cath lab has changed and revolutionized the care of heart attacks. Next patient, please. Try to be fast. Yes. Next patient, please. So basically, these are final results. Okay, this is another patient that you see. This is a vessel of the hand. So this is what supply your hands. You can see the balls, the humerus, you can see the lungs. Next. Next. Sometimes you have problems getting ourselves to the coronaries.
Yeah.
And we wonder, is there any problem? Because this is my axis, this is my highway.
Right.
To go there. I can either go through here or I can go through the leg.
Okay.
So I have two highways that have been given. And there are many.
Yeah.
So we went through the hand, but to get to, and you can see there, there's a vessel that has just closed, pop on top there. And that's a very major vessel. That's again the widow maker. And you can see the vessel on the left, on the right is quite narrow. This is not the size. You can see the beginning of the vessel is quite huge. Then subsequently it becomes thinner. So we started with the intervention. This was a heavy intervention. You can see my wire has been passed, and you can see narrowing there. Okay, but if you look at the catheter in the beginning, there's this narrowing from the beginning of the vessel, which is called left main. And this is a bad condition, because now if you cut off from the beginning, you basically have cut off 80% of the blood supply to the heart. So we put two wires sometimes to protect, so that when I'm putting a stent, I don't block the other vessel. And if I block it, I have a conduit to follow, I have a roadmap to follow. So we put two wires sometimes just to protect the other vessel. So continue. That is a stent now being deployed. You can see a stent has been deployed. Yeah. Okay. And then you push a balloon to push the stent to the wall, and the vessel is open. You can see a huge vessel coming down now, quite open now. Yeah. And the other vessel, the one with the other wire, has not been closed, so it is set. Because we don't want to open one and close the other. Okay? That was not enough, then you realize there's a problem on the other, then you have to put a wire to the other vessel. This is playing around with the highway. Okay? We finished with that highway, now we're going to the other highway. And we went, next. I'll try to be fast, not to bore you. That's another stent that is coming in, and the stent was open, and we opened the stent. Then we realized the other vessel, it was leaked. If you see the other vessel, the branch, there's narrowing of that vessel, meaning our stent has pushed the debris to block the other vessel. So we're not happy. Now you can see a balloon being put to open the other vessel, so that we don't want to open one and close. And you can see now it's better, and we're happy on the left side. But again, we didn't want to leave the job at that time. We decided now we have to go to them. You can see now that's the final. Then you realize the beginning of the vessel also had a problem. So we put now the third stent. Okay? And this is all to position ourselves to be sure that we are covering everything and on the right track. And you can see now the vessel is completely open, huge vessel, patient is happy, even the contractility of the heart has started to improve. So on the table we get the results. This heart was not contracted. Now we went to the right side, and you can see after ballooning, the vessel has grown a bit. And then now we started putting the stents. It's a very difficult, you have to stay here almost many hours. And you can see now ballooning, and then stents will be deployed very soon. Okay? That's the first stent that is being deployed. You can see those two dots, that's the stent. Okay, the stent is being inflated. Okay? And then now we went to the other vessel. Another stent is coming in, you can see the two dots. Okay? Positioning very well to be sure that they overlap. And the third stent that is coming, and then probably after deploying all the stents, we put a balloon now to push the stent to the wall, and then we take a shot to be sure that the results are good. That's the fourth stent coming in. This was a very sick patient, and basically that's the fourth one that is coming, and then that's the vessel from the beginning. Okay, go forward, one forward. Okay, forward. So this is the final results. Okay. Go for it. Okay. What is in the line? There are multiple factors. The ones I mentioned earlier. Hypertension. Yeah, for this one is hypertension. Yeah, this one, you can see that pipe there? Yes. That's the dialysis. This is a patient this is a very sick patient. Patient on dialysis. Patient who was hypertensive, was diabetic, and had cholesterol. These three are the three musketeers that really mess up with our lives. Hypertension being the commonest, diabetes, and cholesterol. And of course smoking.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are you from Mombasa?
Yes, yes.
No, the reason I say that is because I've noticed people in Mombasa,
yes,
they have such a beautiful way of describing it. The way they speak. Nice things.
So I have some future in the journalism or media. Okay. So next. So apart from the coronaries, we also deal with pacemakers. Now these are when we have electrical problems of the heart. When the heart is beating slow because of age degeneration, the heart sometimes beats very, very slow. And patients cannot have good cardiac output. They're very weak patients and lethargic. But on top of that, we also use pacemakers for people with heart failure. That we give them treatment, they don't respond. And sometimes the left side of the heart and the right side of the heart are not contracting at the same time. So we force the left and the right to contract at the same time. When we lift a luggage or something, we always say 1, 2, 3. Why are we saying that? Because we want that concerted synchrony. Yeah. That's the word. So patients have dysynchrony. The left is not contracting at the same time with the right, and that's reduces the cardiac output. So by putting next, so this is what we call CRT, cardiac resynchronization therapy, and you can see these are patients undergoing dialysis. So we're dealing with very sick patients. So this patient, we started doing a modern way called left bundle branch block. You can see the wire in the middle there. You can see the upper wire and the lower wire. And next. And then we realized that one was not working, so we had to look for another alternative. So through the vessel, we're identifying another vessel that is going to the left side of the heart, because this lead here is on the right side of the heart. But we need to make the right and the left talk the same language.
You open up the chest.
No, we don't.
No,
this
because you have the separator. It's not.
No, this is making the skin opening and then getting to get to the vessel, and then now push everything through the vessel. Okay. Next. Yeah, now you can see you put another wire there. Now that wire is on the left, and this wire is on the right. We are basically telling the right and the left muskizane, fanya kazi. So we have achieved what you call synchronization of the ventricle. And you can see if you're very careful, the heart was not contracting before that fast and that strongly. Now, just bringing about synchrony on the table, there's relief to the patient. Wow. Yeah, that's now the rewarding part of the cath lab. And you can see that's the wire. We check position differently, which Professor taught us about. This is basically physiology, bringing normal physiology back to the patient.
Stalin's law of the heart. Each side has to be equal volume.
Yeah, so can we have the next patient? Yeah, so sometimes, some people, that was synchrony, but some people have what you call bradycardia, low heart rates of 20s, 28, they cannot perform. Mostly elderly people. And sometimes we don't know the cause. We can always blame age. Okay? Sometimes there is a cause, post-surgery, and they come to us. You can see, look at that heart contraction. You can see it's very slow. 1, 2. That's not how the heart contracts. Yeah? Okay, next. So we put 2 wires, one in the upper chambers and one on the lower chambers, and this heart rate now can move to any amount you want. We set the rates between 50 to 120, and it will never go below 50 anymore. And this patient will have a normal life, walking from bedridden person to walking, and that's quality of life improvement. Next patient. Now, as I said, the cath lab is revolutionizing. As we sit with you here today, I'm sure next year when you sit here, we stand here, we are not going to talk about the same things. Many people are realizing the role of the cath lab. The many conditions that were done in theater, that were done in C-arm, they are being brought to the cath lab because of clarity. Now, this is a patient with cancer of the lung, but we needed to make the diagnosis, histological diagnosis. We don't want to open the chest to get a piece of a flesh. How can we do it accurately without causing any damage? And you can see with three-dimensional, the operator is trying to see, am I in the right place? Have I perforated the lungs? He can say concisely and precisely where I am. Okay? And a biopsy was taken, confirmation of the disease, and precise management was initiated after that. So the cath lab is not just for the heart people, it's also for the lung people as well. Next. Next. Next patient, please. Okay. So this was a biopsy. Okay. That is showing us we are within the lung, we did not perforate the lung, and we are in the right place. We have a CT scan that is already telling us where the mask is, so we know where to go, and we move forward to get a biopsy. So apart from this, there are also pediatric interventions, which I'll ask my colleague, Dr. Irene Mosilwa, to sort of explain one of the interventions that she has done on a patient who had a hole in the heart, called a PDA, and another one is the ASD. Okay, next. There we are, Doc.
All right, so in this cath lab, we've been able to do a lot of minimally invasive procedures where we usually close holes without surgery, and most of the time we access through a cut around the groin area. Then we're able to put a catheter through, and you're able to go to some of these blood vessels. We've been able to close a number of holes. So we have the atrial septal defect, the ventricular septal defect, pattern ductal arteriosus. We've also been able to use the cath lab to open up stenosis. For instance, if there's some narrowing around the valve, the pulmonary valve, then again we use the cath lab for the same. And also we put stents in the aorta or even in one of the vessels like the pulmonary arteries, so basically to just direct so that the blood is able to flow without any obstruction. So in this particular case, we were doing a PDA closure, and here we have the catheter right through the groin into the aorta, and here we just want to demonstrate exactly where our PDA is, and we want to size it. Next. So we were able to get the catheter all the way into, so from the aorta through the PDA to the pulmonary arteries. Next. Oh, sorry. This is, okay. So we have, so in this particular case, the catheter is in the, so we went through the groin into the pulmonary artery, into the aorta. So what we want to do is, now we have the device, so we are trying to release it. So I don't know whether you can see that, just point it. Yeah, that's the PDA device. So what usually happens, we are able, with that device, we close the PDA. The PDA is the connection between the pulmonary artery and the aorta. So we're able to use that device to basically close the PDA without having to operate the patient. Okay, next. So here we are trying to release the device. Next. So we've released the device. Then this catheter will pull it back from the groin. Next. So you can see our PDA device is now there. And you can now see there's really no flow from the aorta going into the pulmonary artery. So this is just an example of the many things that we do here. And we have so far been able to do these procedures between May and now, it's about 50 patients. We had a medical mission in May, and we were able to sort out about 39 patients. So our request right now is we are hoping we can get a lot of support, because we are hoping to start a program where we are able to help a lot of needy patients.
Absolutely. So my question is, the training, where do you do the training? Where are you training? Do you have this training locally, or do you have to go elsewhere?
All right. Personally, I train in India, but I know there are a lot of facilities which are now trying to train within. Because I know one, Aga Khan, I'm not very sure, but I know there's something that they're trying to do.
And we are actually now encouraging fellowship programs. Yes. they bring curricula to us. Yes. And Prof, this was my classmate, so you taught me. You taught us? Yes. Oh, just like so, yeah, so I think I can.
Thank you so much for learning so well. Thank you so much. Because sometimes you sit in the lecture room, 300 students in front of you, faces everywhere.
These are three products.
Yeah.
So, and I think they work also. So probably as they grow, they can become a fellowship training. That's something to encourage. Yeah,
But on the other hand also, before, like I remember the first generation, you go there green, you have no hands-on. But even for those who are going now, they've been exposed to this thing.
Yes.
So training has already started by just being mentored locally.
And mentorship programs. Yes. So there's the mentorship. It's just the formalization. Yes. Because, for one to be formalized as a specialist, they require some paper. Yes.
So the next question, do you have simulators? I mean, like, how do you learn?
The first generation has to travel out. But as I said, the learning process now is improving. There's a company called Medtronic. They have simulators for this procedure. They have simulators for the brain intervention. So companies also helping in terms of bringing now technology to the country. Yes.
And of course, I'm a gynecologist, so inevitably I'll ask you this. How often do you do the uterine embolization?
So far here we've done around 2. And the reason is the uptake. But the technology, I can tell you, is very straightforward.
It's available.
Very straightforward. And
affordable.
Yes.
And affordable. Minimal requirements.
Oh, minimal We need to work on that. We need to be careful what we do. We don't want to take over. I'm not a gynecologist. So if I want to put a few to do, I need to bring you here to come. And of course the paying parts, now we have to make sure.
Hold up. Clarence, start it when you're going in. Start when you're going in. So there's movement. There, stop there. Okay. Tell him.
Once in a while, they're reminded that much practice is still with us. But majority of them, they can still have benefits, especially the mitral stenosis. You can do what we call balloon mitral bottom through the vessel, through the same highways. But unfortunately, most of the patients when they come, it's an advanced disease, and surgery becomes the best option for them.
You have to go back. So, but that's why I think the other question, which we were having a conversation, as we were waiting, is now with this cath lab, what would make someone go out to India and other places? Aren't we covering everything else? And it's a question of really letting our society know.
I think one is the confidence of the society to its own. This is not, I was trained in India. I cannot say we're better than India. And for the society, they take time, unless they keep on seeing results like that. Chairman, we have seen the results.
Yes.
And I'm sure you sort of build the confidence now with us. I think one is to build the confidence. And the confidence is being built. People are up and down, people are self-progressing themselves in terms of these interventions, because we want to bring services locally.
Absolutely.
When you are trained there, my main ultimatum, what do you want to achieve? Can I stop people from going out? Yes. So it is happening. Like PCI, people don't go to India to get stents. And sometimes, if you have a heart attack, really, even if you take an air, what is You see, the issue is not to open the vessel. The issue is to open it timely. Yes. And you have only 45 to 1 hour to open that vessel. Because if you take a Concorde and you spend around 6 hours, the heart muscles are gone. because you cut off the supply.
Absolutely.
And if they're gone, unfortunately, they don't regenerate. Maybe there's a lot of research to regenerate them, but so far. So there are things that will still have to do in Kenya, whether you want it or not. But confidence has to be there. And it's two ways, both from the clients, who are the patients, and from the operators. They need to take their own initiative to be sure, am I safe? Am I making my patients better and safe? So it is also initiative from the operators. But again, with the mushrooming and the marketing of these things, now we have almost 14 cath labs in Kenya.
14. This is
Only 14.
Yes.
14. This is the 14.
Most of them are in Nairobi. But we have 2 in Mombasa, we have Tenwek, we have Moi, Eldoret, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's coming up, meaning, and this is in a span of how many years? Very few years.
Very few years.
Yes. So yes, we are moving.
So basically,
we have any hospital in Kisumu.
I can reply and answer that.
Kisumu is coming.
Kisumu.
Yes.
I think the kind is going to do something.
Yes. Yeah.
But even in public,
in public
we have a partner with JICA, and we should soon start having PC.
So we are moving. And the other thing is, rather than taking the patient out, why can't we bring the experts here? Because now we have the facilitator. And that is happening quite robustly. We are getting a lot of what you call mentor. Like we did one of the unique side, unique intervention called left bundle branch spacing. That is now the new thing in the all over the world. And we managed to do 4 patients here by bringing the expert here to do with us, to impart the same and transfer knowledge and skills.
Excellent. So I hope this is a regular subject in our CMEs. Is it something that we regularly talk about amongst our colleagues?
Yes. Maybe I can show a stroke intervention.
Yes,
because stroke intervention is, we have our able colleague to tell us. And just to mention, Professor, if somebody was to get an aneurysmal bleed, okay, and you have an aneurysm, we didn't have an option instead to take it to South Africa or take it to the UK to have it repaired. But you can see now with the 3-dimension, you can see that swelling, that's a normal swelling of the vessel, which Khalif is going to explain now.
So when you study, the focus here for neuro is about the clavicles, the vessels of the brain. So this patient had aneurysm on the right ICA, and as you can see, there's a swelling there. At the top of the swelling is another small swelling called the nipple, where the aneurysm ruptured. So aneurysms are diseases of the vessels of the brain, and when they rupture, people don't even make it to the hospital. So for the people who make it to the hospital, the fear is a second rupture, because the aneurysm is just covered by a clot, the area there. So before we used to open the brain, dissect the brain and identify the vessel and put a clip around the aneurysm. Fortunately, we don't have to do that anymore. The good news is with this cath lab, fortunately, we can get this 3D recon of the vessels. We can actually study the aneurysm from every angle. Next. And then it also gives you something called roadmap. That's a roadmap. And we access the vessel from the groin. And what we are taking there is a microcatheter. And with that, we deliver very small wires that fill the aneurysm. Basically is so that there is no blood that's going into the aneurysm. Next. And as you can see, that's a coil that has already been delivered in the aneurysm. And it's there is no blood flow into the aneurysm anymore. So this is one of the main things that the cath lab has really reduced in terms of cost, hospital stay, because these patients go home the same day or the next day. But before they had to be in theater for 6 hours, ICU for a week, then probably go home after that, which was a very, very invasive procedure. So nowadays we don't need to do that. If the patient comes with unruptured aneurysm, we do it in the morning, they go home immediately. Wow. If they come with a ruptured aneurysm, we treat it, and then the course is usually much, much better than if we do it open. Yes. Next. Next case. Yeah, so this is a patient who has an AVM, Prof. And as you can see, AVM is a malformation of the arteries and the veins. It's a patient who already had a ruptured bleed, and we put in a shunt. What you can see there is a shunt. She had developed hydrocephalus. And what we managed to do is identify where the aneurysm where the AVM had ruptured, and we did deliver coils and glue into that area. But she'll have to come back for another session to really completely treat the AVM. So that AVM of the brain is also one other thing that we do, and that's the. Yes.
It's amazing, isn't it? Imaging technology.
Next patient. So this is a patient. No, next patient.
Yeah, we're still in the brain. Those vessels are going to the brain. But the approach is from the groin.
How? Threshing. Oh, okay. So that one is not there. Yeah. So those are some of the things that we do here. So patients who come in with ischemic strokes who have a vessel cut off, if they come on time, we reopen the vessel, and sometimes we see that the patient moves their paralyzed limb while they are on the table, provided they come on time. So these are some of the things we do. For patients who come with a brain tumor that are very vascular, what we can do is we can go into those vessels and embolize them before surgery, such that during surgery the intraop bleeding will be minimal, because we already took care of the vessels that were supplying the brain tumor. Yeah, so those are some of the things that are happening.
Has the same being considered, let's say, for breast cancer, in terms of before surgery, having such procedures? Maybe something for the
that's already being done routinely now. So the future is still bright. We're not stopping there. Now, for people above 90, they require valve replacements. We don't need to open, they just do that. And hopefully that we can move it to another level. Artificial hearts can be brought to Kenya. Heart transplant can be available in Kenya. That's our vision and our wish.
You'll find me on the stage in 5 years.
No, we also know.
Maybe check up. Yes. Congratulations. Amazing work. It's nice seeing you after many years.
We can get CPD points for this one. So we can proceed now.
Yes.
I know the conversation is passionate.
One more. There are people, the forgotten bees, who are making this thing realized. These are the nurses of the cath lab. These are the radiograph of the cath lab. We are just useless without them. So, unfortunately, cath lab training has not reached maturity. Majority of them have been taken to India. They have come back and they've mentored their colleagues. So these are the things that the ministry and machinery should think of as a field. Yes.
Sorry, the chairman is here.
Thank you so much.
But I have to tell you this. You know, Dr. Said has been with Avenue for so long, but one of the things which made Avenue was that right from the person who was attending, cleaning the floors, all the way up to the doctor, you work together. You respect each other.
Thank you.
You know, absolutely, what you said is absolutely correct. You cannot be yourself.
Very true.
And that was the vision of Diana, that we all must work together. If the cleaner is cleaning and he sees, oh, there's a patient problem, immediately call a nurse to come over. And Dr. says, that is correct. That is so true.
So teamwork is crucial. Teamwork is what defines the cath lab. Without teamwork, there's no cath lab.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sadiq. So we well done. Maybe we can just hear.
Say something. She's our manager of the cath lab. She's the engine of the cath lab.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. One thing I'm really passionate about is cath lab procedures being successful. Of course, those are few we might not be successful, but I want 98% to be successful. And the success of these procedures, it is us nurses who are to make sure the doctors do not kill the patient. So we have to make sure we've prepared everything they need. Our eyes are on the monitors. We are monitoring the patient so that when they're busy, they really concentrate pushing in those catheters as we are there monitoring the patients, and we make sure everything is on the trolley so that we take the shortest time possible. But the problem is the training is not in this country. I'm one of the nurses who went to India for the training, and we came back. We've been mentoring others, but we have a certificate from India, but here in Kenya we are not even licensed by the Nursing Council, and we've been mentoring other nurses on the job here in the country. And we are so passionate about this. We want to train others. We need a curriculum. And if we need one, cardiac training is cardiac training. It is not critical care training. Those ones nurse everything in ICU. For us, we are in cath lab, we are in the cardiac clinics. And it is, if we have nephrology, why not cardiac?
So we need a tailor-made course.
Yeah.
So you are tailor-made course specific for cardiac cath.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you a question. So how many are trainers in Kenya? Do you have numbers? Like how many nurses are trained?
I don't have the exact numbers, but we are about 25, 30 there. We are not many. Yeah, we train others on the job.
And Sister Agnes has formed a group.
Yes, we do have a group under Kenya Cardiac Society.
Right.
Yes, we have a group there. That's where we discuss our issues. And whenever we have even conferences for Kenya Cardiac Society, we go there, we present, and we are there. And we are ready. And we are so passionate about this. If only we get support on how to make it happen.
I think I'll give you the comfort. If we were able to make it for nephrology, if we made it for critical care nursing, we made it for neonatal nursing, this is possible. I think we just need to scale up the conversation, and I think we'll work with my colleagues. Are you in touch with our director of nursing, Awinja?
No.
No, I think so. I think CEO will start the conversation because maybe this is where we can start off.
So what's happening is if a new cath lab is to come, a nurse will be poached from one of the
definitely.
There's nobody that is just hanging around to be picked, I can tell you. So sometimes a new cath lab gets trained to the existing cath labs.
Awesome. I think that's a good take home.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor.
Simon, yes, thank you. Good job. I know you're the one who's been training now.
Pleasure to meet you. I was very attentive.
No, what you say is correct. You make the heart of the hospital operate. And, so many times you say, professionals, how are you? You know, you're the one that looks after me at night and in the daytime.
Alright, 1 minute. Goes on.
You see the 7-star home, eh?
Yeah.
They're asking the patient
Please join in. Wait, the camera, wait. Please join in. 1, 2, 3, smile. Look at the camera and smile. Look at the camera and smile. Thank you. Good, thank you so much. Please look at the camera and smile, everyone. Good. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
We can proceed now down.
Thank you so much.
Because the pictures will be circulated on social media. Thank you. Again, if you're not comfortable, please see our ushers. And if you've not signed the consent, please let us know. Let us be upstanding as the chief guest and the family will join us at the tent. Welcome. Let's give them a hand as they join us. Karibuni sana, members of the board, our chief guest, and the family of Dr. Patel. Karibuni sana. Let's give them a hand as they join us. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome, Prof. Welcome, members of the board. We also have a table here. Thank you very much. Welcome to Avenue Hospital Parklands for the launch of the Cath Lab. Welcome. Please have your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So good morning once again. Good morning. Thank you very much for honoring our invite to come celebrate with us on the launch of our Cath Lab. We don't take it for granted. You could be somewhere else, and we are greatly, greatly honored. My name is Jay Michoma. I'm your MC for today. Karibuni Avenue Parklands. We will commence with a few speeches so that we can officially get the program going and close and release you. Thank you very much. Our distinguished guests, members of the board, family of Ms. Patel, thank you very much for joining us. Before we start with the speeches, I'd like to invite Ross. I hear I've been informed that you want to give us a speech. Thank you very much. Please come up. Please, let's give him a hand.
Hi. You know, I grew up here in this hospital as a boy, my whole life here. When it used to be, this car park was actually the original Avenue Home Nursing. And I put together a speech for my mom, who passed away recently. And the story starts when my mother came to be custodian of a small nursing company started by my grandfather. She had the grit and resolve and belief, supported by a background in economics, and more so, a group of particularly uncommon individuals of character, dedication, and destiny to create what we now know as the Avenue Group. Even though this is a dedication to my mother, I think it's important to note that she always knew and believed Avenue was built on people,
built by you and those before you, who manifested this future we now see before us. Once upon a time in a parking lot, this was my grandfather's home. This is where my father lived as a boy. He played under that tree just there. Then it became Avenue Home Nursing, Avenue Healthcare, the Avenue Group, and now stands a building so tall that tree looks shy before it. But she always said it was the people at Avenue, the people from the morgue to the board, the cleaners to the doctors, that built Avenue. And more than the building or the company, she was most proud of her part in the destinies and achievements of everyone who made this organization great. So this is a dedication to Diana, but it is only here because of all of you. And I'm sure that's what she would say. Thank you all for being my family and raising me here. Thank you for being a partner to my mother. And her spirit resides within us all forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Ross. May Mom's soul rest in eternal peace. She was a great lady. She left an indelible mark for so many people and touched so many lives. She will forever be remembered. I'd like to invite to the podium Dr. Alex Okech, OGW. He and his team of GE Healthcare have helped us in building this world-class technology through our partnerships with GE. We are honored to have him here as a leader. For those who don't know what OGW means, it's a decoration from the President of Kenya, which means Order of the Grand Warrior, for his distinguished service to our nation's healthcare sector. He's a recognized national hero and a champion of health systems, innovation across the region. Please welcome GM, GE Healthcare, Dr. Alex Okech.
Good morning. Our chief guest, Dr. Andrew Toro, representing the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Health, the Chairman of the Board, the legendary professor, our regulator, investors, partners, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly an honor to be here today at this official opening of the Avenue Hospital Neo Cath Lab and Combo Lab System. Avenue Group of Hospitals has long been recognized as a leader in delivering high-quality, patient-centered care in Kenya. Today marks another milestone in that journey, a milestone that GE Healthcare is proud to be part of. Our partnership with Avenue Hospital reflects a shared vision to make advanced healthcare accessible, reliable, and impactful for every patient. This installation of the state-of-the-art Aliyah 530 Cath Lab and Combo Lab system is more than just a technology upgrade. It is a statement of commitment to precision, to innovation, and to better outcomes. This advanced system will enable high-precision intervention cardiology and radiology procedures, helping clinicians diagnose and treat complex conditions with greater accuracy and confidence. And some of us who on the 5th floor just witnessed this demonstration a few minutes ago. In Kenya, cardiovascular disease continues to be a leading healthcare challenge, and access to advanced interventional care has often been limited. Many patients have had to travel long distances or even abroad for procedures that could save lives. By bringing this technology here, Avenue Hospital is closing that gap. Together, we're ensuring that patients can receive world-class care close at home, reducing delays, cost, and the emotional care's expertise and innovation. And it sets a new benchmark for interventional care in Kenya and the East Africa region. We're excited to continue supporting Avenue Healthcare as it strengthens its position as a center of clinical excellence. Lastly, on behalf of G Healthcare, I want to congratulate Avenue Group of Hospitals and its leadership present here for your vision and dedication. Thank you for trusting us as your partners on this journey. Together, we are shaping the future of healthcare in Kenya, one patient, one innovation, one milestone at a time. Thank you so much and congratulations.
I think we can give a better round of applause. Thank you very much, Dr. Okech. Next, I would like to invite the chair of our board of the Avenue Healthcare Group, Dr. Lawrence Ndombi, to the podium to give us the next steps. Thank you, Doctor. Let's give him a hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. As I start my speech, I would like us to all stand up so that we can honor the founder of Avenue Group, Dr. Diana Patel, who passed away on the 1st of December. And part of really this occasion is really to honor her. So shall we have 2 minutes of silence in her honor? Thank you. May you be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to recognize our chief guest, Dr. Andrew Rono, who is representing the CS for Health. I would like also to recognize Dr. Abdi, the chairman of SHARE. I think he's just been with us, but he's just left because of other commitments. Dr. David Kariuki, who is the CEO and our regulator at the KMPDC. Dr. Nasra Omar, advisor to the CS Health. If he is not here, then we recognize him in his absentia. We have also Dr. Karo Nguru, the Director, Preventative and Promotive Health at the Nairobi County. Welcome. Dr. Elizabeth Gitau, the Council Member at KMPDC, who is also representing the Chair. Professor Were, who is one of our own. So thank you for being here. And I want also to really give a very, very special welcome to, and I left him out so that I can speak, and then he comes and, says a few words. Professor Nilesh Patel, who is a husband to Dr. Diana Patel. Now, Professor Nilesh was actually the first chair. So I'm privileged to be the second chair after you, Professor. And we really, absolutely, following in your footsteps. So, Professor Nilesh would like just to say a few words. Rose, of course, spoke. That's the son to the Patels. And really, I want to welcome you just for a few minutes to come and speak to this congregation before I can proceed. Please come. Makofi kwake.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't remember all the names and protocol to follow, but you'll please excuse me for that. I think my son, Diana's son, spoke articulately. He's such a good speaker. He always was. I remember, some of you may remember, we used to have our annual party here, and Ross would stand up and speak. So that was nice. And what I have to say is, first, what has happened was tragic, and also I have not slept well for the last few days. But at least if you go up there and you're looking down, for her, this would be such a fantastic, so fantastic. She cared. All she cared about was the staff and the patients, and to build something. She was an American, and I was at graduate school when we ran into each other. And though we got married, she told me, she said, I never wanted to see you, but one thing led to another, and we got married. And then I told her, look, I have a legacy. First, I'm a Kenyan, born and bred in Kenya. Kenyan born, Kenyan bred, strong in the arm, thick in the head. That's what Kenyans are. And I said, look, but I have a thing, and I must try. Ross's grandfather, my father, has left something, let us try. And she said, okay. She talked to her brother, actually, and he said, oh, an overseas trip. Never decline an overseas trip. Go. And then I told her, look, because I'd been sent overseas for studies and other things, and I told her, 2 years. For 2 years, do not say you want to go back to America. And within 1 month, I remember she came home, she kept crying. She had made a list. Those days there were no Carrefours, even Nakumat had not arrived. This is all there is in Kenya. And changing, sorry, this may embarrass my son, changing the nappies. We didn't have the disposable nappies and all that. But I said no, because it takes 2 years to get to know, to do everything. So 2 years finished, and I asked her, you want to go back to America? And frankly speaking, I'm sorry to say this, because though I like teaching at the University of Nairobi, I needed some. So I told her, she said, no, I like it here. I like it here. So then she I can assure you, she was such an obstinate, stubborn person. Once she put her mind to something, it has to happen.
And from the little place that was sitting here, and I remember when this was opened, I wrote a little piece for Dr. Caroline Gishuru, and I said, they who would build hospitals. And they are my father, her grandfather, also her father-in-law, and unfortunately they never met. He would have been so proud of her because he considered me a useless anyway. But at least her daughter-in-law is daughter-in-law. I was just talking to somebody here earlier because, and I want to make it clear because though it's not talked about much, it must be made clear. You know, when my dad came here, this was colonial Kenya. It was an apartheid state. My father was the first Asian surgeon to come to Kenya. And for him to operate required a European doctor to be present. And please, I don't want to make anything about race or anything. It was just the way it was, okay? And I remember, the house is gone now, I remember European doctors and everything coming to the house and Dad and them talking to each other. So, but it was the policy. Then one day, you know, I think the surgeons got fed up with it and they said, no, you're perfectly competent. I'm not sitting here watching you do this. So they sent a European GP. And Dad felt that was an insult as a surgeon to him. So he organized among the Asian community to put a Parkland nursing home, which became the Social Service League Hospital, which now carries the name of MP Hospital. Then he had a disagreement with them because he cared about patients. The same issue of affordable health care given with dignity and treatment of staff. And he walked out. I returned back I was sent to school in Britain. I returned back and I said, Dad, what's going on here? The bulldozer's here. He said, I'm putting my hospital here. That's it. You know, I'm going to do my own thing. So this is where Avenue Nursing Home started. And then came, and she was a remarkable woman. You know, I know it's one thing you always must praise your wife. Often you don't want to, and they make her life so hard for you. But no, she was truly remarkable. And you know, and she embraced Kenya. She embraced being a Kenyan. And her greatest, I think, if I say, happiness was when she, you know, because she started dual citizenship. And she applied. It took 5 years. Not because of delays in the immigration and all that stuff, but because the minister passed away and all that stuff. One of her greatest pleasures was going to the top floor of Nyayo House, and this lady stood there and said, Madam, this is your certificate of citizenship. And here's the signature. So she truly embraced Kenya, she loved Kenya, and as I said, they who would build hospitals. So the father-in-law, what is today MP Hospital and the Avenue Nursing Home, she would build the hospital at Kisumu, the Kisumu Hospital, and now this structure here. So I thank you all for, is it coincidence? Is it fate? Is it an act of God? I don't know. But I cannot express to you my great, great thankfulness. And though she's not present, I'm sure she would have appreciated this so, so much. And I thank you all very much. And I hope that you will keep the spirit of Avenue. Because, you know, before, this is my final few words, you know, before Avenue, there was Nairobi Hospital, MP Shaw Hospital, Aga Khan Hospital, and then nothing. Then nothing. And her vision was that to fill that gap, affordable healthcare at an affordable price, quality healthcare. And so many people came through. And I even see now some faces here, and we're going back and saying, oh, 30 years ago, we started this journey. My God. And what
you know, we didn't imagine we'd achieve this. I really did not imagine, and she did not imagine it either. But what she did was fabulous, and I thank you so much for the honor you've bestowed upon her, and you've left her name there, so that in this building, forever for history, in years to come, people will say, oh, who is this Diana C.J. Patel? Okay, C.J. is Claire, J is for Jacobson. That's her surname. And Patel is, of course, Patel's. But, you know, thank you so much that her name has been left for history to, and for people to say this is the person who she was. Thank you so much, Chairman.
Thank you so much, Professor Nilesh. Now, coming home, I just want to recognize the board members who are here. Kindly, if you could just stand where you are. Board members, yeah. This is the board for Avenue Group. Just very briefly, we have Jide, TPG, who is actually the main investor here. Mike Wali, TPG. We have Dr. Anuraj, board member. We have Tayo, board member. We have Walias, board member. We have Alim. We have, now he has a double hat. He's a board member, but he's a group CEO. And at this juncture, I just want to let you know that actually Avenue is part of a bigger group, the Evercare platform. We are also in Nigeria, Lekki. We are also in Lahore. And we have partnerships in India. So, and then we have Jacobs, who is also TPG. So thank you, board members, and thank you for being here. You could kindly sit. The leadership team of Avenue Management, the rest of staff, we really also want to thank you for finding time, of course, to be here to make sure that this ceremony, you know, is done. So today marks a significant milestone. We have just returned from the 5th floor, where we dedicated our new facility to our founder, Diana C.J. Patel. We are calling it Diana C.J. Patel Cardiac Catheterization Center. And this is in honor of our founder. This launch aligns with our promise to bring advanced care closer to the people. But while today is marked by a formal ribbon cutting, this facility has already established itself as a critical lifeline to Kenyans. We adopted a soft launch strategy. Before officially opening these doors to the public today, we successfully treated over 200 patients, and the word is successfully. Yeah, treating over 200 patients so far. This approach ensured that our operational readiness was proven and tested before today's ceremony. This underscores our commitment to providing patients with access to the most advanced medical technology. Those of you who are up there, you've been passed through what that cath lab does and what it's able to do. Crucially, we are proud to offer these life-saving procedures, from clearing blocked arteries to treating strokes at accessible prices, ensuring broader community benefit. And we are privileged actually that the government is here, that has witnessed what we are able to do, and some of the gaps that we have as a country in terms of really training that is required on an urgent basis. I want to thank very, very specially Dr. Swale and his team. I guess he may not be here because he has to continue with what is required to be done up there. So they have really been great in terms of execution of the soft launch. And now they have even greater confidence because now we have officially you know, done the launch today. Now, I want also just to really thank Dr. Andrew Rono, and other invited guests. Dr. Rono, of course, is a gentleman and a doctor who is known in this market. He'll briefly talk about himself as I request him to come and talk to you. In his capacity, he plays a very pivotal role in shaping the standards of curative care and ensuring that institutions like ours deliver quality, dignified services to the people of Kenya. He's a champion for healthcare systems, strengthening a key technical advisor in the realization of universal health coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up as we invite Dr. Rono to come and give us a word of encouragement and officially open the Dr. Diana C.J. Patel Cath Lab Computerization Center. Dr. Ari, karibu. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. You could have your seats. At the onset, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Andrew Toro, and I'm privileged to be the Director of Curative and Nursing Services at the Ministry of Health. And indeed, it's a great delight, it's a privilege, it's an honor, for so many reasons. I was just telling Professor, who taught me so well, and so many other people around here, that I would not be alive today were it not for what happened here to me when I was a 12-year-old. That's a coincidence. So I want us to give a round of applause for the team 40 years ago that managed me so well, and I have a feeling inspired me to pursue medicine. So, Professor, we are here to celebrate Diana, and may her soul rest in peace. Secondly, our Cabinet Secretary for Health, the Honorable Aden Duale, has sent me his greetings and his apologies. He would have liked to be here today to witness this state-of-the-art cardiac cath. Unfortunately, due to unavoidable and unforeseen circumstances, he was not able to make it here today. Nonetheless, he has asked me to pass his greetings to all of you and his apologies, and to also assure, especially the management of this great hospital, that government remains committed, and we wish to reaffirm our support for you. We wish to congratulate you for the good work you've done, as we have witnessed on the 5th floor, and that we will walk the whole journey, and so that we can ensure that our mutual goals of ensuring all Kenyans have quality, affordable, and accessible health is attained. So today, I'm very privileged and very honored for so many reasons. I'd come with a speech, so you'll allow me to read the speech, because if I don't read it, I might not have a job. So I'll just do the honor. And I'll start, of course, by acknowledging the great work that the chairperson of the Avenue Healthcare Group is doing, and also my good friend, the investor. And we have a lot to catch up on. Congratulations for the good work. I would like to also recognize my colleagues from the national government, Dr. Kariuki David. We've come a long way. Maybe you could just stand and wave at the crowd. He's a CEO for the Kenya Medical and the Dentist Practitioners Council, and indeed he's also the custodian of my file, so I do not recognize him. You never know, he might just decide to deregister me. So thank you, Kariuki, for being here. I would also like to recognize Dr. Elizabeth, who is sitting in for Dr. Were, Professor Were, our chairperson. Just wave again at the crowd. Thank you so much. I would also like to recognize in absentia the chair of SHA. Unfortunately, he got a call and he was not able to be here with us. but he has told us we are together in spirit. I would also like to recognize my good friend, Dr. Caroline Ngunu. You could wave at the crowd. Dr. Carol, we worked with her when I had a stint at the National Metropolitan Services, NMS. She's currently the director responsible for preventive and promotive health, and she's doing a good job. I would also like to recognize my good friend. I hadn't met him for almost 6 years, Alex. Alex and I have a long history. When I was the CEO for Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital, he came with a brilliant idea, and indeed today, Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital, as it stands, a huge component of that hospital, what we call the Molecular Imaging Center, would not have been able to accomplish it were it not for you. So thank you so much, Dr. And again, of course, Prof, together with your family, thank you so much. Like I said earlier, I would not be standing here were it not for the good service I received from you and your mom those so many years. I would like to recognize the good team, and one of them I hadn't met him. I last met him maybe in med school. He's a classmate of Dr. Karaoke, and together with a very vibrant team who have really taken us through a very robust presentation of what they do every day. And when we were there, we could tell the passion, we could tell the kind of skills and competencies they have. So really, I want to acknowledge, together with the CEO, MD, and everybody else. I would also like to recognize cardiovascular warriors. I know in our midst here, we have those of us who champion NCDs every day. And indeed, that's why we are here, to come up with an intervention, to open an intervention that will ensure that those cardiovascular diseases are taken care of. In our midst, we also have members of the media. So I want to also acknowledge you for being here. And all stakeholders, all partners, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Allow me to take you through this speech that had been prepared for the for the Cabinet Secretary as follows. It's a profound honor to join you today for the launch and commissioning of the new cardiac catheterization laboratory here at Avenue Hospital, Parklands. Allow me to begin by thanking the Avenue Healthcare Group for the warm welcome and the vision that has brought us to this important moment. This launch symbolizes what is possible when dedication to patient well-being, investment in modern technologies, and national efforts towards universal health coverage come together. Cardiovascular diseases remain among the leading causes of illness and death in Kenya, and indeed across the region. In Africa, the burden is rising faster than anywhere else, striking people who are younger and at the height of productivity. In fact, I dare say, when we were in medical school, those so many days ago, we were prepared. We were always told ischemic heart diseases would come. By that time, we didn't have the prevalence we have it today. And that's why we are very great that Avenue Hospital has invested in the same. Here in Kenya, cardiovascular disease accounts for 11% of all deaths, with hypertension, stroke, and heart failure contributing significantly to our national burden. Nearly 1 in 4 adults currently live with high blood pressure, yet more than half remain unaware of the condition. Too often, patients have faced avoidable delays, long referral pathways, or the financial burden of traveling abroad for care. Today's launch of the state-of-the-art cardiac cath lab changes that narrative. We will reverse the many number of patients who are traveling abroad to seek this kind of service. Those services will now be done in our country and indeed in this big hospital. This brings us close to Kenya, where advanced cardiac interventions are no longer a privilege for the few, but indeed a standard of care accessible to every Kenyan who needs them. Today's launch aligns squarely with the government of Kenya's commitment to reversing the rising tide of non-communicable diseases, we are pursuing this ambition through a dual approach. First, we are strengthening the primary healthcare response to NCDs, while at the same time expanding access to specialized care for those who need it. The government has invested significantly in early detection by training and equipping thousands of community health promoters. In fact, as we speak, we have in excess of 100,000 CHPs at the community and primary levels who now routinely screen households for hypertension, diabetes, and provide health education, support, follow-up, and indeed they link these high-risk individuals to care at the earliest opportunity. This preventive effort remains mindful that as community-level screening improves, demand for diagnosis, treatment, and specialized intervention naturally rises. And it is for this reason the government has deliberately strengthened the entire continuum of care, ensuring that even at the secondary and tertiary levels, patients have access to functional referral pathways and advanced cardiac interventions, including the cardiac cath lab we have inaugurated today. At the facility level, we have invested in training healthcare workers to identify, manage, and follow up cardiovascular conditions. This we do supported by key partners, and I would like to appreciate the Kenya Cardiac Society and other stakeholders who recently updated and launched the 2024 Kenya National Guidelines for the Prevention and Management of Cardiovascular Disease. These guidelines will ensure standardized care across all tiers of the health system. At the moment, we are also working to improve the availability of essential diagnostic equipment across facilities. You might be aware of the government's new National Equipment Service Program, called in short NESP, which has enabled structured partnership agreements to ensure that hospitals have functional, well-maintained and appropriate diagnostic equipment for diagnosis and treatment. Together, all these measures align our service with the universal health coverage agenda and position the health system to fully benefit from the innovations and technologies such as the state-of-the-art lab we have commissioned here today. Our universal health coverage reforms under the Social Health Authority, SHA, reinforce this commitment because, as we all know, inadequate health financing remains one of the greatest barriers to accessible quality care. Through the Primary Healthcare Fund, communities can now access preventive and promotive cardiovascular services at the very first point of contact. Indeed, through the Social Health Insurance Fund, Kenyans access essential cardiovascular diagnostic and advanced imaging, including echocardiography, Doppler studies, CT angiography, without the fear of financial hardships. Through the Emergency Chronic and Critical Illness Fund, patients experiencing acute cardiac events are assured of timely and life-saving care. And I wish to confirm that majority of the patients who have already been attended to in this great hospital and those who are contributors of SHA actually benefited from the same. These reforms collectively ensure that a wide range of specialized cardiac interventions, from diagnostic angiography and angioplasty to pacemaker insertions and other catheter-based therapies, are now within the reach for ordinary Kenyans. Today also demonstrates the remarkable role of public and private partnerships in accelerating health system transformation. Avenue Healthcare investment in this state-of-the-art cath lab is a reflection of a shared commitment of Kenya's health agenda and a belief in the potential of our healthcare system. The Ministry of Health cannot confront the cardiovascular burden alone. We depend on collaborative, innovative partners who are willing to match our ambition with their expertise, technologies, and dedication to quality care. This cath lab that we inaugurate today will provide minimally invasive cardiac procedures, real-time imaging, timely interventions, and collaborative specialist care. More importantly, It will prevent affordable deaths. It will reduce referrals abroad. It will shorten recovery periods. And most importantly, it will restore hope for families who previously had limited options. This cath lab brings us closer to a future where a patient presenting with a chest pain can now receive immediate evaluation, accurate diagnosis, and life-saving interventions without leaving our borders, as we have just come from seeing in the level 5. Therefore, on behalf of the Ministry of Health, I wish on behalf of the Minister, of the Cabinet Secretary, to commend the Avenue Healthcare for this milestone and to reaffirm our commitment to working with partners, all partners, Avenue and other partners in the private sector, to ensure that every Kenyan, regardless of geography, background, or income, has access to high quality, life-saving cardiovascular care. It is therefore my singular honor to officially launch the Avenue Healthcare Cardiac Catheterization Laboratory. Thank you so much, and God bless you. As I sign out, I just want to thank the leadership of the healthcare group for organizing this very good event and for the big investment, and to assure you that we have taken note of all the issues that we were able to demonstrate as we went along, and to also reaffirm our commitment that we will work together and ensure that any gaps are filled as we continue to celebrate the achievements. So thank you so much, and God bless you.
Big clap to our guest of honor again. It's not a break of protocol, but Professor just requested, because he forgot to thank a few people, so that he takes a minute or two just to really appreciate. And on the same note, I really want also to thank, of course, our key partner, Dr. Alex Okech, for really making sure that everything has been successful. So, Prof, please.
Thank you, Chairman, and please pardon me for having to say this, but you know what I forgot? Words are easy. It's when you see it in practice. Are the people of Avenue and the spirit of Avenue alive and well? And of course, it's always a bit awkward because you cannot remember everybody's. But so I want to tell the people of home nursing, the people of Avenue Hospital, some of you will remember on 13th of November, Diana came here for a checkup. And the greeting she received, the kindness she was shown, it was the spirit of Avenue. And I want to thank Dr. Saeed. He went out of his way, to Dr. Ashia, to Bob, the nurse, and I'm sorry I forgot the name of the patient attendant, to Duncan, so that over the last 2 weeks of her life, she was given Avenue healthcare treatment. She was made comfortable, she was respected, and to me, it shows that what she built and the spirit she built was actually in practice. So if I've forgotten names, which I probably have, I just want to thank you all for the kindness and the care that you gave her in her last days. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ndombi. Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you very much, Dr. Toro. We appreciate all the words. We appreciate all the history lessons. We appreciate all the perspective. Yeah, it's always good to know where you're coming from, to appreciate where you're going. Thank you very much. In case you don't know or you haven't been informed, I'll update you that the theme for today is redefining access. We are actually redefining access for everyone in Kenya, even across our borders within the East Africa setting. Now, I don't have a hashtag. My apologies to all the Gen Zs and the young millennials. Please don't hang me. In closing, I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Eric Ochieng. He's our COO, to give the vote of thanks, to appreciate all of you, as I started saying. We do not take your time for granted. We appreciate that you've taken the time to come and be with us as we celebrate the launch of the Cath Lab, as we celebrate the life of our founder and the mark she has left in our institution and our group and in the healthcare sector. Karibu Eric Ochieng.
Thank you, Jay. Good morning, guest of honor, Dr. Andrew Toro, our Patel family, distinguished government officials, board chair, board members, TPG, Evercare, and Avenue leadership, our partner CNV, industry leaders and hospital CEOs, clinicians, colleagues from the media, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, welcome. On behalf of Avenue Healthcare, I want to express our profound gratitude to everyone present for joining us this morning to celebrate a truly momentous achievement, the launch of our state-of-the-art Cath Lab. This facility stands as a defining milestone, ushering a new era of cardiac care for our community. We appreciate our guest of honor, Dr. Toro, and the Ministry of Health for their continued support. We recognize our clinical team for their dedication, having completed over 200 procedures during our readiness phase. Our sincere thanks to CNV, our key partner in establishing this Cath Lab, and to all partners who have supported this journey. To our dedicated hospital administration, board members, and leadership team, thank you for your foresight, strategic planning, and unwavering commitment to investing in life-saving technology. Your leadership has been instrumental in making this day possible. To industry leaders and hospital CEOs present, thank you for your continued collaboration and support. Finally, to all our guests, community members, and media present here today, thank you for your continued trust in our hospital. We're immensely proud of this new facility and the life-changing care it will enable us to provide. Thank you all for celebrating this milestone with us. Thank you.
The thank yous have been said. We've seen the Cath Lab. As they say, we've closed the event. We can leave at our own pleasure, but I would highly recommend, say hi to someone you don't know, exchange a card, learn what they do, tell them what you do. You never know what that journey can be. Thank you very much and have a great day.